Today we are going to talk about my New Music Friday Top 5 playlist. Over the past year, I've been kind of MIA on YouTube, and there are several reasons for that. So let's talk about where I've been this past 6 months. In September of 2021, I moved into my dream apartment, which I was so excited about. I then spent 2 months redoing my room, only to find out that I had crazy neighbors that call the cops for noise when I'm asleep, when I blink, when I'm eating, when I'm on Zoom, anything. And I also had tonsillitis for 5 months, which killed me physically. And then I started grad school because I'm a glutton for punishment and wanted to be killed mentally also. I was taking a nearly impossible computer science course that was ruining my life. So I decided to drop it and recover from burnout by going to LA for a little bit, which honestly was the best thing I could have ever done. It was a spontaneous trip and it changed my life. So that pretty much leads me to today, where I am trying to avoid my apartment by being at home as much as possible. I have 2 months left of my lease, and I'm avoiding my apartment like the plague. So now I'm here, I'm back, and we're gonna talk about music, because that's something I've loved talking to you guys about, sharing my passion for music and music discovery, and particularly Spotify, curating playlists and stuff. Okay, so here's my New Music Friday playlist. I've been updating it every single week since February 21st of 2021. It's 5 songs. It changes every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I also have another playlist called New Music Friday Archive. So at the end of every week, I throw the 5 songs from the past week into the archive. So 15 hours worth of content. It goes on and on. Today was New Music Friday, and I added 5 of the songs I liked. We're gonna start at number 5, and I'm gonna put the Spotify codes here so that you can scan it as I talk about these songs, and you can listen along. So number 5 is the song Riptide by the Chainsmokers. I'm a big fan of the Chainsmokers. I think Closer is one of the best songs melodically in the past 20 years. And I know it's kind of a cliche song, but I'm a big fan of it. So the song's called Riptide. The song reminds me of the song No Promises by Cheat Codes and Demi Lovato. And it also reminds me of Slushy. It's got almost a trop pop element to it. Check it out. Number 4 is the song Change Your Mind by Young Gov and James Matthew the 7th. I just had to calculate the Roman numerals in my head. I was like, Young Gov is an up-and-comer. He is really indie. He has been dropping music almost without fail every single week, so that's kind of cool. His sound is very retro, but at the same time almost has Tame Impala type of element to it, so it's modern yet retro. Next up is the song Beautiful World by the Kooks and Milky Chance. I think this is a nice pairing. The song is a little pessimistic, I would say, but given the past few years we've lived through. So the song is called Beautiful World. It's not actually about a beautiful world, really. It's a little pessimistic, like I said. And the Kooks are really cool, and their song Naive is what really got me hooked on them. It's from a long time ago, and Naive reminds me of London. If I had to pick one song that reminds me of London, it's the song Naive by the Kooks. Next up at number 2, we've got the song Love is Complicated, The Angels Sing by Labyrinth. I'm a big fan of Labyrinth. I think when he took over the score and the soundtracks for Euphoria, that really elevated his career. I was watching a behind the scenes video about Euphoria where Sam Levinson mentioned when he imagined the music for Euphoria, he imagined it to be a mix between gospel, Kanye, and Danny Elfman. And Danny Elfman is the composer / I think singer of the song This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas and the entire Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. And I think that Labyrinth accomplished that. I think it sounds like gospel, Kanye, and the spooky, like This Is Halloween type of thing. So it's a very unique sound, and it's a very cool imprint that Labyrinth has on this show, and it doesn't pull you out of the show. Like sometimes songs in movies, TV shows, you're so distracted by the song that you remember you're watching a TV show. And I think there's something beautiful in Labyrinth's composing that you're really drawn further in to the Euphoria universe. And Euphoria is a very graphic show, so if you're younger, don't watch it. And if you're not in the right headspace, don't watch it. It's alright, it's a good show. It's a necessary show. It talks about the trials and tribulations of Gen Z in a small town in California, but it's very graphic. So if you're not up for that type of stuff, I wouldn't watch it. But the soundtrack, phenomenal. Alright, and now number 1. 1,000 Miles by the Kid Laroi. I am a huge fan of the Kid Laroi. I think he's killing the game right now. I love the album art for it. I think it's so cool. He's got a really unique sound, really unapologetic and angsty, but I think it's in a different space than what a lot of other people are doing right now, which is kind of that like Travis Barker revival of Blink-182 type sounds. The chorus is always really catchy with the Kid Laroi. Let's see who produced this. Andrew Watt and Louis Bell. Okay, Andrew Watt is one of my favorite producers. He produced the song Navy Blue by Charlotte Lawrence, which is one of my favorite songs for production. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, I mean, it was Andrew Watt and Charlie Puth, who's also a phenomenal producer. 1,000 Miles, it's a great song, and that is my number 1 pick for this week. So if you want to follow this playlist, you can scan the Spotify code here, or you can click it in the description. I also post it on my Instagram every single Friday at noontime. It's something that I'm really passionate about doing. It's just a hobby thing, but if I can share my 5 favorite picks of the week with you, then I'm happy to. And I also think that like a lot of the times, the charts don't necessarily reflect the songs that I think should be featured, and a lot of the times I feature songs that aren't on the charts or aren't scoring high on the charts. So yeah, if you want to tune into it, like I said, Spotify code, description. If you want to follow me on Spotify or Instagram, those links will be in my description as well. And thanks for hanging in there with me. And yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is I do plan on kind of experimenting with my channel and branching out and doing a few different types of content outside of the box of tech. So stay tuned for that. All right, I will see you guys soon. And one other thing I wanted to mention, I did a collab with Risha the Kid. He makes curated playlists on YouTube, and he asked me if I could pick some of my favorite royalty-free songs. So check that out below if you're making projects, or if you're working on any video projects, or you need some royalty-free music to keep you going. Check that out. That's in the description as well. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.